Hello, welcome back to the channel. So today I'm gonna try something a little bit different. Gonna do a cooking tutorial slash just me cooking, baking. So what am I baking? I'm gonna bake a family kind of classic called Razz Ma Taz, which is pretty much a vanilla, or it's supposed to be almond flavored cake with a little bit of raspberry and white chocolate. My sister taught me how to make this. It's really amazing. My parents have always loved it, and then I learned how to make it because out of necessity, because my sister moved away, so my parents, they needed to be fed this cake still, so I learned how to make it. In Arizona, my sister learned how to make it from one of her friends in America. So we have all the ingredients. I sourced what I could get from the supermarket here in Yangon. I pretty much have everything minus almond oil, but that's a very small part of this whole recipe, so I think it's really fine if you don't have it. Quickly, just before we start, if you like the video, give it a thumbs up, and if you subscribe, please subscribe and also press the bell button so you get notifications of my content. Thank you. Enjoy. Let's go. Okay, so we've set the oven at just the normal fan-forced oven baking vibe at 160 degrees, and we're set to go. Ingredients aren't too wild, so we've got 3 eggs. We've got to have self-raising flour. We don't have any self-raising flour here, so online you can make plain flour by mixing all-purpose flour with like a teaspoon of baking soda, and just the ratio continues based on how much you use. So I'm going to try it out. Hopefully it works, but if it doesn't work, this recipe is really good with it just being plain flour as well. It just means it won't rise like a cake, but if it's self-raising, it'll rise. Plain flour, it's fine. It's just a bit more dense. That's it. Some shaved almonds for the top. This is the only white chocolate I could find at the supermarket, and it was fairly expensive for white chocolate, so we had to do. And this is the strawberry jam. Usually I would use raspberry jam, but raspberry jam was also very expensive, and I wasn't going to break the bank to use it. And really there's not a big difference between strawberry and raspberry anyway. And last of all, half a cup of butter. So I'm gonna put the recipe in the description below and the method as well, and then you guys can let me know if you have any questions or comments. Usually I would use a rectangle pan, but we only have a circle one, so you gotta make do. It's really won't make a difference to the cake anyway, so it's fine. All right, I'm making this. So you need 1.5 cups of the flour. So this is plain flour. I don't sift my flour. Probably not a good habit, but I just don't do it. I'm very rustic when I bake, but I think it's okay because sometimes you get too caught up in the technical side. So I learned that from my parents and my dad. My dad loves baking. My sister and I just caught on the bug. So I think this much is enough baking soda. You can tend to put too much and then it won't be very good. So let's do that. That's enough. And then I was inspired to make a cooking video because all week I have been obsessed with watching Hidamari ASMR like cooking videos, not for the ASMR, just purely because it's really fun watching people cook. I mean, it's just enjoyable. I like watching this satisfying cheesecakes being made. Just bang the white chocolate to break it up. Okay, so you're gonna melt the butter. So I'm gonna put the butter in a bowl and melt it. So it's all like fully melted, and then you put the white chocolate in and just let it melt, and do not touch the white chocolate once it's in. Don't stir it, just leave it. So I put in 2 90-gram blocks into this butter, and you just let it melt. The key is really important not to touch it and just let it melt naturally, and just let it. I'm nervous for this part because usually I will use a stand mixer to beat these 3 eggs and the sugar. I don't have one, I only have a whisk. And you have to usually, you're supposed to beat it for about 5 minutes until it gets really light and fluffy. So we might be here for a while. All right, here we go. It's gonna be a serious arm workout. Oh my gosh, just read this. Anchovy. Oh, roasted salted almonds and anchovy. I couldn't find sliced almonds. Anyway, if you're in Australia or anywhere we can buy sliced almonds, buy sliced almonds without the anchovy. I might just have to pick it out. Almost there. See how it's nice light color and it's very fluffy? That's how you want it to look. So it's very aerated. Thank you. So the next step is that we're gonna put in like the melted chocolate and butter into this mixture. Really important you don't be too rough with it and let it just fold through without losing a lot of the air, because you want it to stay light and fluffy. So this is what the mixture now looks like with the butter and it. So it shouldn't be completely melted. It should be a little bit whole still. So once you think it's all pretty much mixed in quite well with the butter and the eggs, then you can add in the flour. And a half teaspoon of salt. And you're supposed to put the almond oil in here as well, but I obviously don't have that, so yeah, just fold it in until it becomes the cake mixture that you want. So now that you've finished the batter, you just want to put it in enough that it just covers, like thinly covers the bottom of the pan, because you want to save enough for the top. So you're going to be baking this in 2 parts, because in between you have to put in a different, the jam. Let that go in.
Okay, your timer is set for 15 minutes.
Okay, so now the first layer is in the oven. You let it bake for about 15 to 17 minutes, and then you take it out, and then we're gonna do the next step. This much strawberry jam, and then you're gonna microwave it so it's a bit softer once we're ready to put it in the cake. Okay, so it's been 15 minutes. Let's check out the cake. The first layer is done. As you can see, it's like a bit goldeny brown. I don't think this one has risen, so I think this is going to be a bit denser. It's going to be like how you would make it if it was plain flour, which is completely fine because it'll still be just as nice. So I've microwaved the strawberry jam. I'm going to put it in and just generously cover all of this. That should be enough jam. It'll be quite sweet already because I use that white chocolate with a bit of the strawberry in it. So it will be quite sweet for the white chocolate. So we'll just go and lay it around. Alright, I'm gonna go put it in. Oh no, I forgot to put on my almonds. Me shaved almonds, my anchovy almonds. So I gotta put some on. I always forget to do this. 1 second. Alright, so this is the almonds, all the almonds I have after getting rid of the anchovies. So I'm just gonna sprinkle it on. Usually you should put a lot more on, it'll make it better.
Okay, 20 minutes and counting.
it's done. Let's get it. So I definitely want it to brown just a little bit more. It's not quite there yet, so we'll leave it for a little bit longer. I think it's done. Oh yes, it's brown. It looks nice. Yes, yes. And now we just let it rest. Now we just let it rest for 20 minutes or whenever it's cool and cold, so it's like a little bit hard. Ooh, yes.
Brilliant.
Yes, it did get cakey. So the self-raising, the plain flour with the baking soda, it does work. Go on, choose one.
Oh, yum.
Nice.
Yeah.
What does it? What's the texture? What's the vibe?
Quite chewy and moist. The jam goes really well with the white chocolate. Very nice. I'm gonna eat the whole box.
I know. See, that's the problem.
Yeah.
Well, that's the end of my cooking show for today. Let me know if you enjoyed this video. Just comment below or give it a thumbs up. I thought I'd try something different, but I enjoyed cooking and I do it probably every day, so I can show you guys more recipes if you like it. If it's not your vibe and you didn't like it, then I may not do it again, but we'll see. I thought it was fun. And I hope you guys try this recipe at home. It's really easy. Check in the description for the recipe. It's something really great to whip up and just eat at home over the week or 2 weeks. Anyway, I hope you guys really enjoyed it and you had a great time and learned how to make Razz Ma Taz. Okay, bye!